Hi students, this is Viswanath, Chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. In last class we completed effect of pressure change. Now see the effect of temperature change. The temperature dependence of the equilibrium constant depends on the sign of delta H for the reaction. That means enthalpy change of the reaction. Delta H is nothing but enthalpy change of the reaction. Based upon its sign, equilibrium constant depends. The equilibrium constant for the exothermic reaction, that is delta H is negative, decreases as the temperature increases. If the given reversible reaction is a exothermic reaction, then its equilibrium constant decreases with increase of temperature. So low temperature is favorable for exothermic reactions. The equilibrium constant for the endothermic reaction, that is delta H equal to positive, increases as the temperature increases. Already we know that endothermic means by absorbing heat energy reaction takes place. So for endothermic reactions, temperature increases, then equilibrium constant increases. Okay, remember these 2 points carefully. So low temperature favorable for exothermic reactions, high temperature favorable for endothermic reactions. Okay, next. Effect of inert gas addition. This inert gas addition topic is simple, but little bit understanding is difficult. So understand carefully. Addition of inert gas at constant volume, addition of inert gas at constant pressure. In this again two sub cases are there. At constant volume, if we add inert gas, then what happens? Total pressure of the system is increased. Yes. Inert gas, helium, neon, argon, krypton, any one of these inert gases, if we add to the equilibrium mixture, then obviously total pressure is increased. Inert gas does not react with any other substance, but it can increase pressure. It can produce some pressure. That's why total pressure of the mixture is increased. But the partial pressure of each reactant and product remains the same. Though total pressure of the equilibrium mixture is increased, the partial pressure of the reactant, each reactant and product. What is partial pressure? The individual pressure exerted by the component present in the mixture. In a mixture, different components are there. Each component exerts some pressure, that is called partial pressure. Here also, after introducing inert gas to the equilibrium mixture, the partial pressure of the reactant and product does not undergo any change. Hence, no effect on the state of the equilibrium. So, remember in a simple sentence, addition of inert gas at constant volume, no change in the equilibrium state, but pressure of the system is increased. Next, addition of inert gas at constant pressure. At constant pressure, if we add inert gas, then what happens? Total volume is increased. Here we are maintaining constant pressure. So, for that, volume is increased. Suppose reaction mixture present at 10 atmospheres. After addition of inert gas to this mixture, pressure is increased. Let it be 12 atmosphere. The new pressure of the mixture is 12 atmosphere. But we should maintain constant pressure. So to maintain previous pressure, initially 10 atmosphere. After addition of pressure becomes 12 atmosphere. Again, if we want to maintain 10 atmosphere, we should increase total volume, because pressure and volume both are inversely related. We want to maintain constant pressure means volume should be increased. Here also same thing. After addition of inert gas at constant pressure, total volume is increased in order to maintain constant pressure. The number of moles per unit volume of the each reactant and each product is decreased. Here, in order to maintain constant pressure, we are increasing volume. When volume is increased, the number of moles per unit volume of the each reactant is decreased, because volume decreases means in unit volume number of moles of reactant and number of moles of product is decreased. Hence, equilibrium shift to the side where the number of moles are increased. So in that condition, what happens? The equilibrium shifts in such a direction in order to increase the number of moles. Per unit volume, number of moles are decreased. Again, to reach the same number of moles, equilibrium shift in such a direction to increase number of moles. See, in this example, PCl5 undergo dissociation to PCl3 and Cl2 when inert gas is added at constant pressure to this mixture. I hope you understood this addition of inert gas at constant pressure clearly. Next, effect of catalyst. Already we know that catalyst means a chemical substance which increases the rate of reaction without consuming in the reaction is called catalyst. Catalyst, how it increases rate of reaction or speed of the reaction means by decreasing activation energy, otherwise by providing lower energy for completion of the reaction, speed of the reaction is increased by catalyst. So here also related to reversible reactions having equilibrium states, catalyst does not affect equilibrium. Catalyst lowers the activation energy for forward and reverse reactions by exactly the same amount. Forward reaction activation energy, how much amount is decreased? Same amount of activation energy is decreased for reversible backward reaction also. That is the functioning of catalyst. So catalyst does not affect the equilibrium composition of reaction mixture. So this is the effect of catalyst in case of reversible reactions having equilibrium conditions. Next, see this small point. If a reaction has an exceedingly small K value, K means equilibrium constant, a catalyst would be of little help. For a particular reaction, equilibrium constant value is very small, then catalyst can catalyze that reaction to small extent. Okay. Next, multiple choice questions. A catalyst increases the rate of a reaction by, see the options. First one, increasing activation energy of the reaction, increasing the value of rate constants, Kf, rate constant for forward reaction, rate constant for backward reaction, increasing the enthalpy of the reaction, decreasing the enthalpy change of, increasing the enthalpy change of the reaction, decreasing the enthalpy change of the reaction. So answer option B, increasing the value of rate constant, Kf. For forward reaction, rate constant increased, and for backward reaction, rate constant increased to the same value. That's why overall rate of the reaction is increased. That is, speed of the reaction is increased in presence of catalyst. Next, consider the following reactions in which case is the product formation favored by decreased pressure. Okay, 4 equations are given. In this, by decreasing pressure, when we decrease the pressure, the product formation is favored. In which case, by decreasing pressure, product formation is favored. We should find out. See this, pressure decreases means what happens? Equilibrium shifts in such a direction having more number of moles. See, in the first reaction, more number of moles towards products. Second reaction, reactant side. Here, no difference in the number of moles. Here, number of moles towards product. Okay. Now, in the first case, if we decrease the pressure, what happens? Equilibrium shifts towards right side. That means towards product formation. Second one, towards left. So, this is not required. And third one, we cannot find pressure effect in this case because number of moles are same for both reactants and products. And fourth one, product side, more number of moles are there. So option first and fourth equation, in these two cases we can find product formation is favorable when pressure is decreased. Option D is the answer. Understand carefully these type of questions, otherwise you will do mistakes. So identify the options carefully. Option D is the answer. Next, for which of the following reactions is product formation favored by low pressure and high temperature? Here two conditions we should consider at a time. Low pressure, high temperature. Say this. Already we know that delta H is negative value means exothermic, positive value endothermic, exothermic, endothermic. Here high temperature favorable for exothermic or endothermic? Endothermic. Here also same product formation favorable conditions we should find out. Product formation means low pressure. Low pressure means equilibrium shifts towards more number of moles. In this, number of moles difference is 0 because number of moles are same both sides, reactant side, product side. Here number of moles, product side is more. For here also number of moles, here G is missed. Okay. So here also number of moles are more for reactants, but here number of moles are more for reactant. So low pressure means low pressure, high temperature. High temperature means endothermic. Means A and C are not the answers for this question. Obvious, conformly we can say A, C are not the answers because these two are exothermic reactions. High temperature is not favorable for exothermic. So between option B and D we should find correct one. So option B, endothermic, product side more number of moles are there. Here low pressure means equilibrium shifts towards more number of moles, that is towards product side. That means product formation is favorable, high temperature also favorable. And in case of option D, it is also endothermic, but low pressure provides more number of towards equilibrium shifts towards more number of moles. Here towards in reactant side more number of moles are there. So this is not suitable for given condition. That's why option B is the answer. Next, the volume of the reaction vessel containing an equilibrium mixture is increased. Volume of the equilibrium mixture is increased for the reaction SO2Cl2 gives rise to SO2 plus Cl2. Product 2 moles, reactant 1 mole. Volume is increased. Then what happens? Pressure decreases. Pressure decreases means equilibrium shifts towards more number of moles. Here more number of moles present in product side. That means more amount of SO2, more amount of Cl2 are formed. See the options. The amount of Cl2 increases. This is the correct option. When equilibrium is re-established, then what happens? The amount of Cl2 increases. Okay. Next, consider the following reactions at equilibrium and determine which of the indicated changes will cause the reaction to proceed to the right. Here 4 equations are given. At each equation in the bracket, particular conditions are given. Based on that, which reaction proceeds towards right side by considering these conditions? See this here. Adding CH4, product concentration increases, then what happens? Equilibrium disturbed and backward reaction is favorable. Second one, remove NH3, product concentration is decreased, then what happens? Right hand side equilibrium is shifted, that means towards product equilibrium shifting takes place. Next, addition of F2. F2 means reactant, more quantity of reactant is provided, means reaction takes place in the forward direction. That means product formation towards right equation reaction takes place. Next, adding BaO. So generally students may do mistake. Here also reactant is adding. That means reaction takes place towards product side, but this is not correct because observe the physical state. BaO is a solid. In reversible reactions, in case of equilibrium condition, the change in concentration of solids and liquids we need not consider. That's why addition of BaO does not favorable for the formation of the product. So here options 2 and 3 are the suitable. What is the suitable option? Option C. Okay, we will meet in the next class.